The car sits abandoned on a remote highway. Keys in the ignition, the engine's still running, but the driver's seat is empty. In the back, a child's toy rests next to a half-eaten sandwich. A cell phone lies in the dirt nearby, as if someone dropped it mid-call. No struggle, no witnesses, and no sign of the family who was inside. This was supposed to be the start of a vacation. Instead, it became the beginning of a mystery that still haunts investigators decades later. And it's just one of many. Some disappearances leave clues. Others leave only questions. These are the creepiest unsolved disappearances the world still can't explain. 1. The vanishing of the Jameson family. In October 2009, Bobby and Sherilyn Jameson, along with their 6-year-old daughter Madison, drove into the remote hills of Red Oak, Oklahoma, supposedly to look at land they wanted to buy. 8 days later, their vehicle was found parked on a dirt track. Inside the car, wallets, cell phones, a GPS device, and $32,000 in cash hidden under the seat. But no family. It wasn't until 4 years later that hunters stumbled upon their skeletal remains just 3 miles away. All were lying face down, side by side. No cause of death could be determined. A surveillance video from their home surfaced, showing the couple moving back and forth from their house to their truck, wordlessly, zombie-like, like they were in a trance. Some say it was murder, others a ritual, or something darker. But no one knows. 2. The disappearance of Brian Schaefer. It was April 1st, 2006. 27-year-old medical student Brian Schaefer went out for drinks with friends at a bar called the Ugly Tuna Saloona in Columbus, Ohio. Surveillance footage shows him entering the bar, but he never came out. Not by door, not by fire escape, not by roof. Inside a building surrounded by cameras, Brian Schaefer vanished. His wallet, keys, and cell phone were never found. A week later, his phone rang his girlfriend, but the call was never traced. No crime scene, no body, no farewell. It's as if he walked into thin air and kept going. 3. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse Keepers. December 1900. A supply ship arrives at a remote lighthouse on Eilean Moor, a rocky island in Scotland. But something's wrong. The lighthouse door is unlocked. Dinner is still on the table. A chair is overturned. And all 3 lighthouse keepers have vanished. Log entries found later describe a great storm and strange booming waves, but weather reports at the time showed calm seas. Their bodies were never found. Some blame a rogue wave. Others say they were lured by something supernatural. Either way, the light in the tower has never shone the same again. 4. The Strange Case of Brandon Swanson. May 14, 2008. A 19-year-old Minnesota student named Brandon Swanson drives off a rural road and into a ditch. He calls his parents, calm and a bit embarrassed, tells them he's fine. He just needs a ride home. They stay on the phone with him as he walks along the roadside. They can hear gravel crunching, the wind. Suddenly, Brandon stops talking. "Oh shit," he says. And then, silence. Police search the area. They find his car, but no footprints, no body, no signs of struggle. Brandon Swanson was never seen again. He just disappeared in the middle of a phone call while walking in the dark. 5. The disappearance of Lars Mittank. July 2014. 28-year-old German man Lars Mittank is vacationing in Bulgaria with friends when he suffers an ear infection. A doctor tells him it's unsafe to fly, but Lars becomes paranoid. He tells his mother on the phone that he's being followed, that someone wants to kill him. Security footage shows him at the airport. He's calm at first. Then suddenly, he drops his luggage, runs out of the terminal, and disappears into the woods. He's never seen again. His bags, including his wallet and passport, were left behind at the airport. No one knows what he was running from, or if he ever stopped. Aftermath. What we learned. These disappearances challenge everything we know about being found. There's no shortage of theories. Murder, accidents, mental breaks, cults, shadowy figures, unseen forces. But at their core, these cases tell us something unsettling. You can be surrounded by people, by cameras, by loved ones on the other end of a phone, and still disappear without a trace. We like to believe every mystery has an answer, that the truth is always one more clue away. But what if sometimes the truth slips through our fingers like smoke? Why unsolved cases haunt us. Unsolved disappearances are a unique kind of horror, not because of what did happen, but because of what might have happened.
They leave the door open to our darkest imaginations. Was it murder? Natural forces? Something supernatural? Or something worse? An answer we'll never fully know. It's the void that terrifies us, the absence of closure. Because in that void, every fear we've ever had lives on without a face. There's a phrase that echoes in every unsolved disappearance. They were here, and then they weren't. Families wait. Communities continue searching. The world moves on. But some questions never stop asking themselves. Sometimes the scariest part of a mystery isn't what we don't know. It's that part of us that whispers, "This could happen to anyone." A routine night out, a lonely road, a familiar voice on the phone, and then the line goes quiet forever.